The following story has been brought to you by StoriesToInspire.org.
Someone shared a story with me, and it really impacted me in a tremendous way. I was very moved to hear this idea. There was a young boy. I'm not going to say his name to protect his privacy. Young boy, he had a bird, and this bird, the name of the bird was let's call him Strawberry. That's not his name. We're protecting his identity here, okay? The name of the bird is Strawberry. Kid's very, very close with this bird. And his family goes away for a little bit of a time away, and the kid needs to find someone that's going to take care of this bird that he loves so much. So he's got a friend, and the friend is going to do bird sitting for him. So he takes the bird to his friend. The friend looks after the bird the whole time they're away, until after a little while, they come back, and now the friend brings the bird back to the house. Anyway, this kid who owns the bird, he comes home, he notices that something's strange about this bird. Maybe it's kind of drooping a little bit. Yeah, anyway, a short while goes by, the father tells the son to, come with me for a second, I want you to see something, I need you to be prepared. And they see the bird, Hazi, is lying they have him lying on paper towels, he's barely moving. You can see the bird is already, Odmat, is going to be, is not going to be okay. Meanwhile, who's there at the house when all this is happening? The other kid is at the house. Kid goes home. The father goes out to the back with some shovels. After a little bit of time, they take the bird and they bury the bird outside. Kid, Hazi, is devastated. He's crying. The owner of the bird, he feels terrible. He feels so sad. And his friend now sees that his friend, the owner of the bird, is very, very upset. Child asks his father, please, don't let my friend know that the bird died. Don't let him know that that's why I'm sad. Because if he finds out that I'm so devastated because the bird passed away, he's going to know that something must have happened when he took care of the bird, and he's going to think it's his fault. And I don't want my friend to feel like he killed my bird and he's caused me this much pain. So don't say anything. Don't say anything to my friend. Let's pretend it's for some other reason. Anyway, our friend now goes home. He sees his friend is so devastated. He doesn't know why. He becomes convinced in his mind that the kid must be leaving. The family is moving to another location. Okay? He goes to his father. He's like, Dad, you gotta talk to the other family. I think they're moving. Look, my friend is so sad. And it's only because he calls and finds out that we uncover the sensitivity that a 14-year-old boy has not to share with his friend that is something caused it. Now, I want to share with you, because to me, this is unbelievable. These two people are friends with one another. It's remarkable. Now, in this moment, when this kid is feeling so much, and it hurt him terribly, because he's so close with this bird, he stops for 1 second being the person suffering over the loss of a pet. And by the way, a person who loses a pet, a person who's a real pet owner will tell you, for them it feels like they lost a member of the family. The first time I got a phone call in the middle of the night from a student of mine, crying, asking if she could say Kaddish for her dog, I thought she was nuts. I was laughing. I couldn't, I was like, okay, crazy people calling with these questions. But then I started to meet more and more pet owners, and you see how people are with their dogs. And by the way, some of these people, their pets actually saved their lives. I don't mean because they barked when a robber came in, or they, stopped them from walking in the street. That happens too. But there's people who live in the darkest moments of their life. They're suffering tremendously, and a pet at those times can be so therapeutic that it really brings them back to life. Many, many times I've experienced young children who suffer a loss. They lose one of their parents, and the other parent, all of a sudden, even though they swore they'd never get a dog, they get a dog. The dog saves the child. He puts all of his fear, all of his energy into this. So I didn't understand it. Till now I understand that it wasn't such a crazy question, for this kid to ask, do I say Kaddish? Halakha, you don't. But I understand the pain that she was coming from. This kid in that moment, he wasn't someone who lost something. He became someone who was focused on his role as a friend. And I want to share this concept because I think that there's such depth and profundity here. There are many different emotions a person can access inside themselves for authenticity. It's true you're upset. But does the fact that you're upset mean that you don't also simultaneously love the person you're upset at? Right now you're angry at your wife, angry at your husband. Did you stop loving them because you're upset at them? If we were created in the image of God, that means that on some level we are capable and we are supposed to experience many emotions simultaneously. And we think as humans that the one that we're currently experiencing, we've decided that that's how we feel. But it's important to understand that that's just, you've spun the wheel and you've landed on this one because that's how you're feeling in this moment. But really, all of those emotions are true, are accessible in this very moment. So if you're about to scream at your kid, recognize, hold on, I'm angry. But you know what also I am towards this child? Loving. You know what else I am towards this child? I'm encouraging this child. So what face do I want to show the kid? And that's not inauthentic. It's actually an expression of another authentic emotion that you have, but it's just buried under the intensity of the one that I'm feeling now.
Enjoyed this story? Come again. Bring a friend. StoriesToInspire.org